Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How are you? Welcome to 5 a.m. Wake and Breakthrough. I'm your host, Nikita Thigpen. Welcome, replay viewers. Welcome, web viewers. It's really good to see you guys today. This looks a little off. Let me adjust it. Hopefully, you guys can see me just fine. I think you're okay. I think it's just me. All right, awesome. Are you awake? Are you available? Are you here? Hello, Anissa. Hello, Ezebo. Hello, welcome. If this is your first time a part of 5 a.m. Wake and Breakthrough, good morning, Julia. Give me a thumbs up or tell us where you are from. Hi, Nate. Welcome. It's good to see you guys this morning. Some kind of brownout or blackout like around 2:30 or 3 a.m. So everything's a little thrown off in the world. Good morning, Mama. It's good to see you here again. I have my tea. I'm here. Hey, Miss Gail. Welcome. It's good to see you again. Thank you for joining. You guys ready? We are jumping in and we are going hard and deep. Did you check the title this morning? Hello, Julia. It's always good to see you, my JPs. Hope all is going well with you. Did you check the title? We know this is Tales of a Superhero all week long, right? But what about the first time you got checked by someone else with a similar gift? Has that ever happened to you? Where you are, if you are a speaker, so you're very powerful in your words and the way you speak and how you affect people. If you are a singer and you shift the room when you open up your mouth. If you are a teacher and you get to kids in ways that no one else has ever done and it hits them hard or fast, or not just children when I talk about teaching, but anyone, if that's your gift, if you're a teacher, if you're able to explain things in ways that people can understand, or you're an organizer, if that's your gift, and you meet someone else in a similar kind of wavelength, and you have great conversations and energy, but then they check you. Has that ever happened? It's actually pretty good. It feels really awkward. It's crazy uncomfortable, but it's exactly what you need, especially when it's done in the spirit of love. I got one curl that's just sticking up. It's bothering me. I'm a pet peeve for like that one little hair, and I know I don't have much, but that one little hair sticking up is bothering me. Anyway, you're like, Nikita, really? Yes, it happens. I'm a woman. I'm always concerned about those little tiny things. It happens. First time I got checked by another superhero. First of all, let me be clear, like I alluded to earlier in the week, we didn't necessarily get along right away. Like it's something about you feel the power in the room. You're not really sure where it's coming from. Is this for good? Is this for evil? What's happening? And you're not clear until you open up your mouth and you communicate to say, hi, I'm so-and-so. And you get in a space close enough, which you have to be willing to do, because a lot of people won't get closer to other people, period, let alone other superheroes, other people with powers and gifts, to know that there may be some alignment. I know plenty of stories, mine included, where you meet people and you may not really feel them, check them, talk to them for years because you're just like, whatever. It's something about them. I don't know what it is. And then for whatever reason, you have to have a conversation. It's usually by circumstance or happenstance. Oh, thank you for the heart love this morning. So early in the morning, sometimes I forget about the heart love too. Heart love is good. It gives me great energy. It does. I promise. Tap the screen if you're in a tappable position. Tap the screen. Give heart love. Thank you. But when you are in a happenstance or circumstance, maybe because you two are waiting for the same meeting to get started. If you're in a professional environment, perhaps you are on the same committee and you are teamed together because that's just how things fell. Any of those things. Oh, nice to meet you too, J30 Blue. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Mama Sherry, for joining. Welcome all newbies to 5 a.m. Wake and Breakthrough. This is an awesome morning, J30 Blue. We are talking about all the barriers that are in your way, preventing you from increasing focus and infusing balance. And this week's theme is all about Tales of a Superhero. So we are going in, we as in all of us, because even though you're not necessarily talking and commenting right away, because it is really, really early, we want to make sure that you are thinking about all the things that we're talking about. And today is the first time you met someone else who's also a superhero, who also has a power that's similar to you. And when I say power, I'm talking about your gifts, your innate gifts that hopefully you have discovered, uncovered, as awkward as that may have been. And we talked about that earlier this week. So today we're talking about the first time you meet another superhero with a similar power. Like, I don't know, Superman meets Supergirl or something to that nature where the powers are very similar. Hey, Tara Felicia, you don't have to necessarily be opposite sex gender, so that was probably a bad Marvel or DC comparison, but you know what I mean. Someone that is in the similar vein of gifting as you are, or something that's very complimentary. And how when we first meet them, we typically, hey, good morning, mama. We typically don't necessarily feel them. We don't click right away. But then something happens where we have to be in the room or the space with them. We have to be close enough to them where we actually have to communicate. So now we get to use our discernment. We get to use those complementary parts where for some people discernment is their main gifting. They have strong discernment. That is their thing. But for many of us, it's just a complementary gift for what we can do, right? Your superpower may be your ability to see far into something, but the discernment that comes with it just kind of helps you decipher the things and for which you are seeing. But the gift is really in the sight, if that makes sense. So we're in the same space with this person or these people, and all of a sudden we have to talk, and we realize we have a lot in common. How did that happen? How did I work with you for X number of months, days, weeks, or years? How were we on the same committee, in the same church, in the same community? You were my neighbor. You lived on my block. How did that happen? All this time, we had so much in common, but we didn't know. Well, part of it is because when you have a power, there is a light that beams from you. Other people sense the light as well. But when you are a light giver and you're next to another light giver, I'm talking about the givers, not the takers, y'all. When you are, thank you, when you are doing that, that light can be overwhelming to people at times. And sometimes we kind of, we shade from it a little bit. Not shade the way kids say the term shade, that was shady for you to say. I don't mean it that way. But there's a light coming at you. You're projecting your own light. It's almost like our spirits are saying, not ready, not yet. But then we come together because everything is in timing. And we start to communicate. And we realize not only do we have a lot in common, we should talk. We should be working together. I'm not necessarily just talking about business and programs and projects, but there's something here. How did we never sit down to have tea? How come we never had a conversation? Our kids go to the same schools. Who knew? We do the same things. I used to run too. Oh, you like art? Oh, you volunteer here? Oh, you're a philanthropist? Me too. And you realize that there's so much alignment and you actually are more powerful together. However, with all of that great stuff that just kind of got uncovered in the relationship building, one of you has probably twin power, exactly, Julia. One of you has probably been aware of your power a little bit longer, or maybe not longer than the other person. They've been practicing it a little bit longer because they got, past their awkwardness maybe a little bit earlier in the stage, or again, they were just aware of it way before you were. So they had more time to experience it and practice it, get better at it, and understand that they had to use their powers for good, right? Use their gifting for good. So you're having a conversation and now you're buddies. Now you're comfortable. Now you're in a new space where you feel like you can kind of stop posturing a bit, be more open, more honest with each other, have some uncomfortable conversations with each other, right? Hey, Joyce, welcome. Make sure you catch the replay for this too. We're just like in the middle. But now you're in this space where you can be really honest, like just, old school friends. Even though you may not have known each other that long at this point, there was such a connection that it felt like old friends. Even though it was all this time has gone past, now you just feel like old friends. So you get real honest. Well, that superhero checks you. The first check is like, ugh, I can't believe that just happened. Because they're checking you about something that you're not doing to the best of your ability. If you have a gift of speaking, I'm just picking on speaking because that's my gift, but you don't open your mouth and that person senses it, sees it, or sees you in inaction, catch that, in inaction. You were in a predicament and a place in a space where you should have said something so that you could use the power of your voice, so use the power of your words, and you did not do it. And the other superhero was in that space to sense it, and then they check you on it. Has that ever happened to you? That has happened to me. And they were absolutely right. But it feels awkward when you feel like, I got this thing, I'm good. And for whatever reason, probably because of a fear of being rejected, a fear of failing at saying something and maybe having the wrong timing about it, whatever it was that was coming up, something occurred that made you pull back, and it was another superhero with a similar gifting, because no one's is exactly the same, but a similar gifting in the space, and said, Nikita, you should have said something. Why you held back, I'm not sure. And it's like, you notice that? I didn't think anybody else would notice that, but you notice that? And they're bold enough and courageous enough in their friend, hey honey, to tell you that it stabs, but it feels really good. Because there's so many people who won't tell you. There's people who may not necessarily be in your wavelength, aligned minds, have your gifting, but they see it. They see the space. They know that was a space in your territory, in your metropolis, where you should have flown in and done whatever you were supposed to do. They knew it. They could feel it, because maybe that's a part of their gifting, right? But they didn't say anything to you. But the other superhero checked you. Hi, honey. Checked you so hard. Has that ever happened? It has happened. It's happened to me on more than one occasion for different areas of my gifts. And it was like, the greatest thing about that is you have someone, and this person may not be your BFF, your sibling, may not be someone who you would necessarily have at your private event or party, because they weren't necessarily top of mind. You're really good. You clicked. There's an alignment, but it's not necessarily in that personal space level. And that's okay, especially in the earlier stages. And all of that may happen later down the road, where they become a part of like your sisterhood, your brotherhood, all that stuff. But in the midst of that moment, they checked you, and you're not actually friends that way yet. It's awesome. It's such a humbling thing to be in a space where you can receive that message, and you can't say, oh, well, it's my sister, it's my brother, it's my best friend, it's my cousin. They know me. They really don't know you, but your gifts know each other. It's crazy. It's like this inner wavelength, aligned-minded spiritual connection that you can't break, that is very familial, that is very... it's tied. Like Julia said, it's like a twin thing. It's like a twin power thing. Even though you may have never known each other, and you probably at one point didn't even like each other. How about that? How about that? This is someone that you walked in the room X number of months, days, weeks, years, hours ago, and we're like, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what it is. He didn't say anything. She didn't say anything, but I am not feeling them. And here they are, the one person who's willing to be honest with you. I'll tell you a really, really quick story. It's really silly, but it's one of my favorites to go to. It's an awkward, uncomfortable, horrible thing, but it happened. It's just my reality. And you guys know, if you don't know, you will know. I'm pretty much an open book. So years ago, my daughter was probably a few months old. She'll be 15 soon. It's an empowering moment once you evaluate. Absolutely, Julia. Thank you for that. Years ago, my daughter was probably a few months old. I started a new position in the city. And I remember, I have this new daughter. I'm in the middle of, trying to get and finish all my life stuff. Like I'm enrolling in grad school. It was like all this different stuff was happening in my life at this point. Working, multiple jobs, all this stuff. So I started this new job, which was another job, because I was one of those people who had 2 and 3 jobs simultaneously. My husband and I both were like always working, always doing whatever we needed to do for the family. And I remember going to work, and I just felt really frazzled. My daughter had a hard time breastfeeding that morning. She kept me up all night. I had so much stuff going on. I got in late from the other job from the night before. It was like just one of those weird, frazzling moments. I get to work. I worked through the whole entire day. I get through my day, however I got through my day. And maybe an hour and a half before the end of my shift. I don't know. So maybe if I'm leaving at 5, maybe it's like 3:15, 3:30. A woman who we did not connect at all. It was definitely one of those spaces where we see each other and it was like, hi, polite, cordial. That's what you're supposed to do. But you definitely don't have any reason to want to connect. You actually, it's like that shade, her light, your light type situation. You're like, okay. And you're not angry. There was no incident, but you're just not feeling each other for whatever your innate reason is. She walked up to me and said, I don't know if you noticed this, but you have on a blue shoe and a brown shoe. Not only was it a blue shoe and a brown shoe, people make those mistakes all the time. Occasionally, if you get dressed in the dark like I did in the middle of the morning, they were two different style shoes, like two different shape heels, two different heights of heels, everything. How I got through my entire day, and it wasn't a sit-down job position of running around doing this, doing that, going in and out of homes, client visits, all kinds of stuff. And no one told me that not only did I have on two different colors of shoes, a brown and a blue, but they were two totally different styles. Talking about an embarrassing moment. And we're talking in the middle of Center City, by the way. Like, not a good space to have that kind of moment. It was horrifying, but I know, Tara, it was horrible, but she was the only person. And mind you, I didn't kiki with a million people over the coffee, over the tea, in the refrigerator, in the kitchen. I didn't kiki all over the place with people all day long, with people who were in that, good, comfortable space with me. And this person, who we actually did have a similar superpower, was bold enough and courageous and had no reason, because we weren't in alignment with each other in any space in our jobs. We didn't have to cross paths, nothing. Like, she worked at one end, I worked at another. It was just a building where two people existed. And I think we had worked together probably just for a few months. And that happened. In that moment, when she did that, and that awkward, and she was kind of like, with it too, like, excuse me, did anyone tell you? Like, it was one of those, like, and she didn't do it with a smile or a whisper or anything. She definitely did it from a place of boldness. I couldn't necessarily say that it was a loving space, but it was definitely an honest and a truthful space. And that meant a lot. That actually sparked our relationship. And we were friends for years and years and years. We actually lost touch over years just from moving and going different life paths. But we were like really close friends for years and years and years until just life kind of got in the way. But it was an amazing experience. And I say that to say, sometimes the person that you need in your life and in your space, or that you're needed for in their life and their space at the time, is the very person that you're kind of shading a little bit. And I want you to pay attention to that shade that you're doing, that you're putting up for no reason. I'm not talking about someone who gave you a reason. That's a completely different conversation. But for the people who didn't give you a reason, pay attention to that, because it's a possibility that they have a similar or complementary gift, and it's just light hitting light. And instead of you both coming together to illuminate a space, you're kind of blocking each other. So pay attention to that, and maybe look for your first check from another superhero. That's the message today. I hope you enjoy the balance of your day and have an amazing balance for the rest of your week. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning for 5 a.m. for Wake and Breakthrough. Thank you, Tara. I'm so happy that the baby allowed you. I know the baby runs the house. Thank you. I'm glad she allowed you to join 5 a.m. Wake and Breakthrough this morning. That's awesome. I'm super excited for all of you who are joining now, who will watch the replay to catch the whole message, and for those of you who will see it later when we post it on our YouTube page. So I look forward to that. And any questions you have, jump into the facebook.com/The Breathe Room and ask your questions, engage with the other women and men superheroes that are there, and have some conversation. It's good stuff. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow at 5 a.m. I have stuff to do. I have to use my powers for good now. I've been using them for good, but then I have to use them for even greater. I have to impact in my most impactful way. Enjoy your day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, 5 a.m. sharp.